There's only two things that matter in crypto right now. Literally two things, okay? Bitcoin, altcoins, Ethereum. If you don't watch this video, you're not going to know where this market's headed. You're probably going to lose all your money, so have fun with that. Let's get this show started. Welcome to the Kale Show, guys. I have an amazing show planned for you, and it's not going to be like all the other squiggly line drawers on YouTube. There are a lot of people that are going to pull up this chart right now, and they're going to show you all the supports and all the resistances and all the lines, and I just up and down and all around. I'm not one of those guys, okay? On this video, we're going to talk about the only two things that matter. I think you know what those two things are for this cycle and where we are headed next with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, and with altcoins. So if you are excited to learn what actually matters in this market right now, do me a huge favor. Don't even take out your finger. Just take the middle of your palm and just like palm your iPhone or palm your computer and just smooch that like button for me. That would really, really help me, guys. That's how we get to, that's how we get this thing to 200,000 subscribers. How cool would that be? So I'm super pumped for you guys. Let me just get the show on the road, right? Follow me on Twitter at Kale. You're missing out on pretty much everything earlier if you don't follow me on Twitter. So I just want to talk about something really, really important because everyone's kind of freaking out here. And hey, no offense to this guy, man. Hey, I'm super glad that you are putting your money where your mouth is and you're trying to make money in this market. But he says in 24 hours, 1 week ago, it was $7,300 and one more day you can hold. It's the last chance, right? People are getting scared. People are freaking out because, they're losing money and $600 he lost. And he says he can't hold anymore, much longer if crypto doesn't start going up. And everyone's like, when's it going to go up? When's it going to go up? The crypto greed and fear index is at 32. Everyone's panicking, guys. And I don't blame you because the price action is just weird. Everyone was promised that December was going to go absolutely through the roof, right? But then we're all sitting here like, where's the pump? When's it going to happen? What's going on here? And I totally get it. Like Ethereum, right? Ethereum had a nice little push up here the last few days, all the way up here to like $4,700, excuse me. And now, on the back of all this crazy news that's come out, look, it's done this, right? Same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a nice little push up here over the past few days, just right up here, and then boom, right back down, right? And so sorry for all the drawings on there. Actually, look at this. I mean, this dump right here, like, come on, like all of this stuff is happening for two reasons that I'm going to talk about right here, but it's also very correlated to what's happening in the stock market, right? The stock market the past 3 days has had 3 or 4 brutal days. And why is that? Why is that? Does anyone know why that is? Is it because the resistances and the supports and the resistances were lined up in this perfect channel, and then there was descending diagonal resistance, and we broke the resistance and we flooded downwards? I'm so sick of all these technical analysts on YouTube that think they're better than everyone because they can draw squiggly lines. Guys, it's cool that you can draw squiggly lines, but I'm telling you right now, there's only two things that have caused this and that are going to predict where we go in the future with crypto. Are you ready? If you're ready to hear what they are, smooch the like button. I think you already know what they are. Ready? This guy, Jerome Powell, talking about this. I don't want to like say these words too much on the YouTube channel because, who knows? I might actually YouTube is not the happiest place for people like me who like to tell the truth. So I'm going to be a little careful here. So if you see me like kind of wiggling around with my words, that's why, okay? Tapering, I guess I can say tapering. There are two things that are controlling this market. The word tapering, okay? And then there's this other word that I'm never going to say on this video, and it starts with an O. I don't know if you guys know what the word is. You guys know what this word is? You've been hearing about this out there in the Twitterverse. Maybe everyone's freaking out about this. Maybe this is something that everyone's kind of worried about. These are the only two things that matter. Okay, guys. So I want to take you through my thinking here because I think that this video is going to be very unique on crypto Twitter today. On crypto YouTube, everyone's going to be showing you supports and resistances, but I'm going to talk to you about the percentage chances of these two words actually affecting your life and actually affecting your finances, okay? So this all comes from this book. It's called Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke. I would really encourage you to read it. I actually didn't read the whole thing. I read like the first few chapters and I totally got the concept and moved on from there. And so the concept is, while I start drawing, the concept is that when you start doing anything, when you start making predictions about anything, you need to do them in percentages. You need to do them in percentages because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to predict everything perfectly, right? It's just like gambling. And so while I'm drawing here, I'm trying to talk, which is really not working out for me. So let me just draw this really quickly. So we have the O, we have the big O, we have the big T. Remember, these are the only two things that matter right now. If these things go our way, we're gonna make a lot of money. If these things don't go our way, we are going to lose a lot of money. It's very, very simple, okay? You guys understand this, right? And so over here on the right side, I'm going to put a red O for the bad stuff. This is the worst case scenario, best case scenario. I'm going to put a red T over here for the worst case scenario. You guys get it? You guys get it? We're going to think in bets today. We're going to place our bets. So nothing is guaranteed in life. You can't just say, oh, 100% this is going to go our way, because that's just how you lose money, right? But in that book, she says that people make better predictions. You make better predictions if you place your bets in percentages. You think about it in bets. Like imagine that you had a bunch of poker chips at your freaking hands, right? And you were putting poker chips, which is kind of what we're doing in crypto, right? We're putting poker chips on the likely outcomes, right? So are we going to put all our poker chips over here? Are we going to put our poker chips over here? What are we going to do? And so let me show you my percentages in my head, what I think is going to happen here. You guys ready for this? Okay, so the big O. You guys know what's happening with O, right? Here is the percent chance that O is going to end our lives. Everything's going to go back to about March of 2020. You guys remember that period of life? Everything's going to be totally just horrible. You're going to be sitting at home eating fried Cheetos. Those are disgusting. And ramen noodles. Okay, this is the percent chance of that happening. Are you ready for this? Okay, I'm going to put it right here. This would be a 1% chance. I don't think that's going to happen, guys. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to put a 1% chance that we are going back to really, really, really bad. Okay, really bad. And if this happens, if we go back to really bad, what is going to happen? Let's just think about each scenario as I put it on the board, okay? So 1% chance it's really, really bad. What will happen to the price of Ethereum? Let's just base everything on the price of Ethereum because I think that it is going to lead the market. I've been talking about that for a long time on this channel. So I think if that happens, okay, Ethereum is going to do one of these, okay? Whoop! All the way down. I mean, I would say if that happens, which is not going to happen, but if it did happen, I would say let's just put the line at, I don't know, we got to be realistic, guys. I think we could go all the way down to like $2,000 and then, you know, print money. They print money to fix the situation and boom, all the way back up. So if you're not prepared for this, if you're not prepared for losing half your money and then waiting a little bit while they print money and then going back up, just like March of 2020, and you're not prepared for a 1% chance of that happening, then I don't know, this crypto market might not be for you, okay? So that's the 1%. That's what I think is very unlikely to happen. Let's go to the other side of the spectrum, okay? With the big O. I love I'm so secretive today. Anyway, so this is what I think is actually pretty likely, okay? So I'm gonna give this a 30% chance, okay? And I can't talk about the details of this because, again, I don't want to talk about this on the channel because I don't want YouTube to get mad at me, but 30% chance that this is actually really, 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 really good. Really good. And so what I will say, I'll try to, here, let me write this so I can say this in a way that it won't trigger some algorithm or something. Okay. All you need to do is go to my Twitter and look through my tweets from yesterday because I kind of went on a rampage yesterday. Okay. And I don't want to show too many of this, but go on my Twitter and you will see there's some evidence here that I think might play out. I mean, honestly, 30%, I'm just giving it a 30% chance to not be too moon boyish here, but it does appear that this O is going to spread. It's going to spread extremely fast and it's going to spread faster than the big D. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. It's going to spread faster. However, it's going to be more mild. It's not going to have the same effect as the D, which means if it replaces the D as the dominant, gosh, it's hard to talk like this. If it replaces it, that means that it's going to be extremely bullish for markets, guys. It's basically going to be the savior that everyone's been looking for with this whole thing. And if that happens, oh my gosh, this is not only going to turn out to be the best thing ever for crypto, it's gonna be the best thing ever for your wallet, for everyone, okay? So let's plot this out. So the really good situation here, if the really good situation plays out, look at how small this Ethereum chart looks. I see this being the catalyst that absolutely blasts us off to the $8,000 region. So we're gonna go here, then boom, 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 then boom. I mean, this chart is this is too wide. This is on the 1 hour chart. Let me go to the daily chart so you guys don't think I'm crazy. Okay, so I would say we peak, if this happens in the next week or so, let's say that this news comes out in the next week or so, right? That it's really, really good. Like this, we are saved, everyone's saved, we're going, everyone's happy, okay? The candle on Ethereum, oh my gosh, this is like a beach ball that's been pressed underwater, guys. This is just waiting to explode. I've been showing you the charts, showing you that Ethereum's ready to explode. And I think so much money will pour into this that it will absolutely blow your mind. And so I think we will literally go, I would say we peak, if this happens in the next couple of weeks, let's say we peak like, you know, February 1st. Okay, so the peak is way up here around, man, it could go all the way to like 13K. I know that seems crazy, but like all the way up here, right? And so we would do one of these. We do like this, like this, like this, like this, all the way up to there. So that would be my Ethereum prediction, pretty much mapped out perfectly here, 13K here at the top, if we get this scenario. So are you prepared? There's a 30% chance in my mind that we are going to head to $13,000 Ethereum by the first week of February if we can get a really good outcome with this in the next couple of weeks, which I think we could. I do think there's a 30% chance. Okay, you guys like how I'm breaking this down? Okay, so the next one that I think is actually the most likely outcome overall is this, okay? It's gonna take up most of the room on here, okay? So this is just gonna be like this. I would say, what is the percent chance here? I'll give this probably like a, another 60% chance at least. 60% chance that it's just no NBD, right? Maybe it doesn't replace the D. Maybe it doesn't like totally become the dominant, you know, gosh, I can't say the words here, but maybe the O isn't like the savior that we all wished it was, but maybe it's just not a big deal. I think that it's a very good chance that this is not a big deal and is papered over and everyone's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. You know, the current stuff that we have, is really helpful. It's not gonna hurt any, you know, it's fine, okay? So I think this is a huge percentage chance. So what's gonna happen if this happens? I think this is just going to overall be bullish. I think that maybe the line isn't as steep here. I think the same, I'll just draw this in blue. So let's say we get this scenario, like I think, I changed that line. Well, okay, I'll just draw another, I can't draw another line. I'll just draw another line, okay? I think maybe we get the same exact thing, it just maybe gets extended out a little bit, right? It's just like this, like this, like this, and then maybe we peak over here a little bit, right? If this second scenario plays out. Does that make sense? I think maybe it'll be a little bit less violent. Does that make sense? Okay. And so then the last scenario that is honestly pretty unlikely, which is why I'm not giving it much credit here, is I'll put it in pink right here, is like 9% chance. I would say 9% chance that it's just kind of that people overreact. It's not even bad. I don't think there's any chance that it's actually bad, right? But I do think that the politics are crazy. I think that people are nuts. And that there's always a chance that, like, I don't know, people continue to freak out over this. However, I do think that people are sick and tired of this whole thing. I think they're tired of being, you know, all the stuff that we've gone through the past 2 years. I think people are sick and tired of it. And if you're sick and tired of it, please smooch the like button for me so that this video doesn't do absolutely horrible on YouTube, because I've never really done a video like this. I'm kind of putting myself out there. So help me out, guys, if you agree with me. But I think that the chances of people overreacting to this are very slim. I think that people are sick and tired of what's going on in this world right now. And so this O thing is not going to take us over. So I don't know. I mean, if this happens, I think it's a similar candle, guys. I think it's a similar bad outcome where if people overreact, we might just kind of dump down here. Maybe not as far. Maybe we dump down to like 3,000, right? We dump down to like 3,000 and then we recover and we finish out here somewhere. Okay. So that would be, those are my scenarios for the O. Does that make sense to you guys? I think that's probably like the most like logical. I've been thinking about this all day, like all day yesterday. What are the chances here? And then we have to, so if people say it's easy to make money in crypto, man, it's not, because you have to compare. Okay, so all of these different outcomes, right? We have 4 different outcomes here. This could happen, this could happen, this could happen, and this could happen, right? And that's just for this one thing that's the biggest factor, right? This is the number one biggest factor, I think. You can draw all the squiggly lines you want on this chart. Like, you can draw lines till you're blue in the face, right? You can look at the RSI, you can look at everything you want. But if this turns out bad, we're screwed. If it turns out good, we're good. Okay, so, those are the chances of those. Now, let's talk a little bit about the T, because I think this is going to surprise you what I'm about to draw here. So I kind of was facetious, guys. This one's not going to really be that complicated. So there's a try scenario. This is what they're going to try to do for sure. This is what they're going to try to do. And this is what is in reality going to happen. Okay. And so thinking in bets doesn't even really work here, because look, I'll redraw this, okay? Check this out. You're gonna laugh. This is funny because this is exactly what happens every single time, okay? So let me pull up the different color. Let me get the colors right. I want you guys to be ready. Okay, so there's a real situation and then there's what's actually going to happen. So here's what I actually believe, okay? Because we've seen this happen so many times with tapering, right? They say they're going to stop printing money, basically. That's what tapering is. For those of you guys who don't know what tapering is, well, I would encourage you just to go back on my channel and watch this video right here. I talk all about it, exactly what it is, okay? So really, really important that you know what that is if you're in crypto. It's kind of, you can't really get away with not knowing what it is, okay? And so here's what always happens, right? It's crazy what they do. They give you 100% probability that they are going to try to taper. 100%. That they are going, oh, we are not going to print money. Well, we're done. We're done. We're crack addicts and we're getting off the cracker. We're done. We're not doing it. And then here's what actually happens, okay? 100% chance that they actually do not do it, okay? 100% that they do not taper. Do not, and that they do. I'm not kidding. That is exactly what happens. And you know why? You know why it is? It's because the markets always call their bluff, right? Here's why. I'll show you on the chart. So literally, this is exactly what happened. Like he said the T word the other day. He said the T word, and look, the markets don't. They said, good luck with that. Really, really have fun with that, right? I don't know. I don't have the exact dates. But the last time that he said something like that, I think that was right about here, right? You guys see that this kind of, oh, no, oh, you're going to taper? Oh, we're going to do that. Oh, okay. Every single dip on this chart is pretty much related to your boy saying that, okay? So you see this little dip right here? Oh, I'm just making this up. I don't have these dates, but seriously, guys, that's exactly how it works. The market, it's called a taper tantrum. It literally throws a tantrum every time he tries to do this. And so then Daddy Jerome gets tapped on the shoulder by all his billionaire friends, all the billionaires in Washington and everywhere else. And they say, hey, buddy, you can't say that word, homie. You can't say taper. And then he pulls back his language. It happens every single time. And that's why I'm very confident that yes, they will act like they're going to taper. Of course they will, but they have no choice. This isn't like an optional thing. If they stop doing this, if they stop printing money, every single asset will die. You don't need to tell me this. You don't need to learn this from me. You can go learn this from everyone on the internet. Every single asset will go to zero, and the entire world economy will go to zero if they stop printing money, okay? They are literally between a rock and a hard place, okay? So they're gonna act like they're going to. They're gonna fake it. They're gonna fake it. They're gonna fake it. They're gonna fake it. And then they're actually not going to do it. So overall, let's sum this up. Let's wrap this up. Let's put a bow on it, okay? So what do I think about this? I think that the way these two are going to interact is going to be pretty much unpredictable. It's going to be very hard because of timing, right? Because this graph right here has shown us that yes, there are these percentages, that there are good percentages here. Like there's good percentages that we can rely on here. There's pretty much a factual percentage down here that we're like, oh yeah, okay, they're going to try to taper, then they're not going to taper, and we're good, right? That's what's going to happen. Now, here's what we don't know, okay? Here's why there's uncertainty in the market. You ready? The timeline. People don't know when this will play out. We don't know, okay, how long will it take? Will it take 2 weeks for us to decide that it's really good? Will it take 3 weeks for us to decide that it's good? Oh, tapering. Oh, okay. Will they fake it for 4 weeks? Will they fake it for 2 weeks? Will they fake it for a month? The timeline is all over the place because the only thing that matters is these two events, right? The only thing that matters is those two. However, we don't know when they will play out. And so this is when I'm going to have to say on this channel, guys, like, I've been saying that I think it's following 2017 almost perfectly, and it has for the most part, and I do think we're still going to have a parabolic rally at some point. However, I told you guys I reserve the right to change my mind, and these two things right here are way more important than some chart from 2017, right? Because they are the current news that is affecting the markets right now. And so what I would say to you guys that are trying to predict this out perfectly and time this out perfectly is that you're not going to. You're really, really not going to. But the only thing that you really need to think about, and the thing that I'm thinking about, is holding quality altcoins, Ethereum, and all the quality altcoins that I talk about in all these videos right here. I would encourage you to go back and look through all the altcoins that I own because I've researched them really, really heavily. And I'm thinking to myself right here, right now, that if we just hold, right, no matter what, we have about a 90% chance of this going in our favor, in my opinion. 90% yes, 90% good, okay? And we have a 100% chance that eventually this will go in our favor, right? 100%. Gosh, my face is always in the wrong place. It's like following me around, okay? 90% chance that this will go in our favor. I almost said it. The O thing will go in our favor, right? And 100% chance that this will eventually go in our favor. So I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to play these odds, right? I will play the game. I will put my poker chips on the table for a 90% outcome and for a 100% outcome of actually benefiting from this. Yes, there will be volatility. Yes, there will be ups and downs that we can't predict because the timeline is too uncertain, right? This line, you notice how I drew these lines, guys? I do think that overall we're gonna go up like this. But you see how bouncy these are? Every single time that we get one of these bounces, people freak out. People freak out here, people freak out here, people freak out here, people freak out here, and everyone thinks that it's over, okay? And that's how crypto works. So you need to buckle up, Buttercup. This might not be over in 5 minutes. This might take a little bit, but if you know at the end of the day where this is headed, and you can have some confidence in that, and you know that this is not how markets end, at high fear, this is not how markets end. Markets end up here when everyone's greedy. So while everyone is fearful, we are going to be strong, and we are going to be buying, and we're going to be holding, and we're going to be ready to go for this. If that is you, and if this makes sense to you, and you are excited about the future, smooch the like button for me, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.